friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. Gonna do something a little bit different today. So let's face it, there's a lot of free agents on the market right now in the world of wrestling, be it because WWE keeps on releasing people because they hoarded way too many people, or, just because there's a lot more talent out there who want to get into wrestling and they got nowhere to go besides the wonderful, thriving independent scene right now. But of course, a lot of people on the free agent market right now, the higher profile names are higher profile names because they were in WWE. And so I thought it would be fun because AEW can't sign everybody and Impact can't sign anybody. Let's start a new promotion. And we're going to do this with one particular person who has every reason to want to start a new promotion, who has every reason to want to say goodbye to their current place of business. I'm talking about, of course, Triple H. That's right. We're going to help Triple H start a brand new wrestling promotion using only the finest free agents out there on the market. Before we get started, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up. And maybe if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps Wrestle Juice grow into something even bigger. Let's get started. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Look at this fancy graphic that Steve made up here in the Photoshop. It's got me. I'm right here. I'm pitching to Triple H. He's over there. That's my dog over there. There's Triple H. There's the game over there. Look at that. He's like, I'm out of the hospital. My heart's feel like $1 billion. I've got the energy left. Now I've got tons of energy. I want to make a new wrestling promotion. So I'm going to say, okay, Triple H, here's what we're going to do. We got 3 categories. We got the men, we got the women, we got tag teams. I'm only using people who are available on the list that Fightful has over at their website for current free agent wrestlers. I know it just broke yesterday that Cody Rhodes is a free agent. I'm not going to use him, though, because chances are within a week of this going up, he'll probably have re-signed with AEW, so that's just not realistic. Although, if he doesn't re-sign, he should totally join up with Triple H's new promotion. There's instant heat right there. Anyways, of course, we're calling this DXW. Get it? I don't even know what the DX is going to stand for. NXT, nothing really stood for anything there. It was just a small truncated way of saying next. So DXW, because get it, he was a DX. And that reminds me, of course, who's going to join him here in DXW? The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Where's his shirt? Who cares? He's pumped. He's jacked. He's ready to go. He's ready to do this with Triple H. Another guy is going to join him there. William Regal. Hey, Triple H. Remember when I used to be your manager back in WCW? Yeah, anyways. So that's your brain trust right there, man. The Heartbreak Kid, and then Triple H, and then William Regal. They're all the brain trust of DXW. And if you notice, it's in the black and yellow. And I got this cheesy logo next to me here. This one right here. It's all just bone. It's like some sort of bone font. Anyways, let's dive into this. First up, we're gonna do the men, so to speak. We're going to unveil our picks from the free agent pool. It's a massive free agent pool, by the way. You should go check out that article on Fightful. I'll link to it in the description. It's huge. So first up, the very first pick that we're going to go after for the men is going to be Wyndham Rotunda. Of course, formerly known as Bray Wyatt. Super creative guy. He'll bring all these great cinematic things and storylines and some horror type stuff. That's one thing I feel like wrestling promotions need to do more of, those little cinematic things. I feel like AEW does they have kind of some cinematic stuff. Impact does some, but I feel like you can go a lot more into it. Not quite to the degree of like a Lucha Underground, but getting there. Let's see who our first pick in the women's division is going to be here. Athena, one of my favorite wrestlers, also known as Ember Moon in her WWE days. Of course, she was released fairly recently as well. She's absolutely terrific. One of my legit favorite wrestlers, like in-ring wrestlers. She's so great. So Athena is my number 1 pick for DXW in the women's division. Oh, I also want to point this out as well. No, I'll save that for later. Tag teams. Let's get into tag teams here. We all like tag teams here, don't we? Do we? First up, we're going to... I almost revealed my top 2. Adonis and Top Dollar. Yeah, because later on in my men's, I got Shane Strickland there. Isaiah Swerve Scott. We're going to get Hit Row back together because people really seem to like them. They're fantastic. And I feel like they were really on the verge of doing something special in NXT before they got their call up and immediate release. So yeah, I'm gonna bring Adonis and Top Dollar into the fold. Next up for the men's, we're gonna go, of course, Keith Lee. Now, I'll be honest with you, he could be a number one pick. I just went with Bray number one because he was more established. He's sort of a bigger name. He was a main eventer, and he did all sorts of cool stuff as The Fiend and just as Bray Wyatt. But Keith Lee is a fantastic pick. Keith Lee is great. We all love him. It'll be interesting to see where he ends up. In the women's division, our number two pick, Mia Yim, where Mia Yim goes, you think Keith Lee's probably going to go and vice versa because they are either married or just a couple. I forget which one. Next tag team, Shane Taylor Promotions. I know one of the members of Shane Taylor's Promotions is, I think, in AEW or at least doing stuff on Dark and Elevation. Whatever. I think they're great. They're like one of the few bright spots of Ring of Honor that I really paid attention to at all. So yeah, I'd bring them to DXW. I think that'd be pretty cool. Next up, men's. There he is, Swerve Scott. His name is Shane Strickland. I sort of went with like a combination of WWE names and indie wrestling names here. Next up, for the women, B-Fab. Why not? If we're doing Hit Row, of course she's got to be there. That'd be kind of weird if she wasn't, right? Next tag team, the Bollywood Boys. I loved the Bollywood Boys. I thought they were absolutely great. By the way, the Briscoes there aren't on this. I know they're technically on the Fightful list, but I think they're going to be in AEW pretty soon. I love the Bollywood Boys. I think they're terrific. They had a really good run with Jinder and on 205, so I'd bring the Bollywood Boys into DXW, man. I think they're cool as hell. Next, in the men's division, I don't know why I waited till number 4 to get this name, but Samoa Joe. Yeah, I'd say that's probably about right because Samoa Joe's on the downside of his career. If he's even cleared to wrestle, Fightful seems to indicate that he is. Of course, obviously, that this is a no-brainer. It's Triple H's boy right there. Next, look at that top 4 in the men's division right there. Oh man, that's great. Next for the women, Scarlett. I forget if I put Cross on the men's list. I think I did. Scarlett's great. She is actually a really fun wrestler. We never got to see that in NXT or WWE. But, of course, you bring Scarlett in to DXW to get that women's division some eyeballs on it. Look at this. I sort of cheated here. So EC3 and Braun Strowman, a.k.a. Adam Scherr, a.k.a. Titan. I think he goes by Titan. So you bring these two guys in because they can also transition if they split up to the singles men's division and wreak a lot of havoc there. But lately they've been doing stuff together with as part of EC3's promotion, The Narrative, and I think that'd be a lot of fun to bring these guys in, given their work together recently on the independent circuit. Next up in the men's, we've got, of course, Johnny Gargano. Now chances are within a week or whenever Beach Break in Cleveland's going to be, this is going to be a moot point. It's going to be off that Fightful list because I think Johnny Gargano is going to be AEW. But right now, in this moment, we're going to have Johnny Gargano show up here in DXW. Next up, more women's division action. We've got Nia Jax. I know a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, Steve, no. I'll be honest with you. I always kind of liked Nia Jax. I thought she was kind of cool. I feel like with Nia Jax, if you keep her to basically sort of one thing, just powerhouse wrestling, don't try to do anything too ambitious. Don't have her try to like powerbomb people onto steel steps and stuff like that. Just keep it simple. I always liked Nia Jax. I thought her character work was really good. She did the My Whole thing. I like Nia Jax. Yeah, I think she's cool. Anyways, let's move on. I know you guys are yelling at me right now. Next. Oh, the Good Brothers. So yeah, they're technically signed with Impact right now, but I feel like that contract, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be expiring relatively soon. So who knows if they're going to be sticking around Impact. I say go to DXW because they're pretty great. And here's what I would do also. I don't think I have it in here, but I was going to give myself this one caveat. You let Triple H steal one person from WWE within reason. I'm not talking about like a Roman Reigns or even like a Seth Rollins, but if he could somehow steal Finn Balor, Prince Devitt away from WWE, then That would be a huge deal for DXW. You put him back with the Good Brothers, the original kind of Bullet Club. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be really cool. Let's go back to the men's division here. Again, none of this is going to happen, but it's just fun to do this stuff, right? Don't get your panties in a bunch here, people. Number 6, Danhausen. I think this would be great. Everybody loves him. Why wouldn't you want Danhausen? It's weird. He might be on a no-compete. I forget. Anyways, AEW should pick him up. He's terrific. Let's see here. Back to the women's division. Who do we got next? Oh, Allison Kay. I think she's terrific. It was weird to me that AEW never picked her up. Maybe she didn't want to go. I don't know what the deal was. But I think she's pretty terrific. Currently the NWA Women's Tag Champion with Marty Bell. I think I put Marty in this list. I forget, to be honest with you. Next up, tag team action. So these two dudes are on the free agent market now. John Morrison and PJ Black. Again, two guys who could transition to like singles action if they were to break up. But they had some history in Lucha Underground as a faction. And yeah, why not? They're two really exciting wrestlers. Pick them up and put them in a tag team together. And look at that tag team. What a weird tag team. A lot of weird names on this list right now. Oh, number 7, Jonathan Gresham. Of course, him and Baron Black had their Terminus project this past week, and I thought it was pretty great. Man, I don't know if there's a better pure pro wrestler, grappler on the free agent market right now. Jonathan Gresham is pretty awesome. So I'd say if you get him, you bring in that Ring of Honor title, have that defended in DXW. Oh, boy, that'd be great stuff. Next up, for the women. Marty Bell, Allison Kay's tag team partner. Sort of makes sense because they're always around each other. Also in tag, that's it. That's all the tag teams I got. We do have a couple more in the men's and a couple more in the women's, though. Let's keep this going. Next up, who's that? Oh, Shane Taylor, because, well, I've got Shane Taylor Promotions, so I might as well have Shane Taylor as well. Next up in women's division action, who's that? Oh, Taya, because I got Taya Valkyrie because I got John Morrison there too. Taya's great. Back in the men's division, we've got, there's Cross. So you got Scarlett here. Of course, you got to get Killer Cross here. But here's a caveat. He's got to keep his hair. Have you seen that he's grown his hair out? It looks great. Next up, women's division action. We're rounding down to the end here. Oh, Toni Storm. Why did I wait till number 9 for Toni Storm? I don't know. Because I was probably looking at this list alphabetically at some point, and she was on here at the very, very bottom of it. Yeah, of course you want Toni Storm. She could be a number 1 pick. She could be a number 2 pick. She could be a number 9 pick. She's great. Back to the men. Last one. 10 in each. Leon Ruff. I loved Leon Ruff in NXT. I thought he was great. I think he might be doing some stuff now with GCW, maybe? I don't know. He's so awesome, though. Bring him into DXW. You know Triple H loved this dude. He put the North American title on him. And then let's round out here the women. The last one is, Tegan Knox. Total. Again, could have gone number 1. Could have gone number 2. I don't know. Totally a Triple H wrestler, though. She's really terrific. Look at that, man. Look at this list of names right here. You totally, if booked correctly with the correct creative, man, this is a legit third promotion. And then you have another alternative for wrestlers when they come on the free market. You just bring them on over. You got other names out there like, I don't know, Mustafa Ali might be coming on the free market. Pretty much like all those dudes in Ring of Honor. I know some of them signed with Impact, but you got a ton of people out there. But these names right here, you put these guys and gals in a promotion together, and oh my God, you got something really cool. You pack arenas, probably like 2,000, capacity, but still, you're packing them. You can pack a high school gymnasium with these people, right? Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for indulging this silly fan booking of a new promotion. That's an ugly ass logo, but I don't care. I support this stuff. Anyways, shout out to Triple H. Hopefully he's doing well. Check out one of these other videos here. I'll do this screen right here. Check out one of these other videos. Holy shit, that is so offensive. Like you can just see I gotta cover that up with something, man. What, Gypsy? What are you doing over there? Well, you just spread out like that. You can see your junk and everything, bro. What is happening?